Want to keep it longer? The cheeses. Stop it. I just want to get you looking up and smiling. Couldn't drink
My name's Josephine Masterson, and I own a bakery called Little Joe Berries. Years ago, I got just a job serving in a bakery, and I was supposed to just do like cleanup, serving, that kind of thing. And then they were looking to hire someone to do prep, and then they like kind of asked me if I wanted to do a few trial shifts. And it went pretty well. I was like 20 at the time, I think. And then it went well, and then they gave me full time, and then they kept training me, and eventually I took over as manager of that kitchen, and that's kind of how I got like into baking. When I was like 24, like the bakery I worked at, they closed, and I like lost my job, and it was super like out of nowhere. They like declared bankruptcy and like went out of business. But I didn't like have a backup because I was like 24, and it was like my first like real job. So I was like, I didn't really know what to do, and I thought like, well, maybe I'll just try to open my own shop, and that just was like the first thing that just came to me. I feel like I'm always just thinking about treats or stuff I want to try, or like when a new like holiday comes or a new event, I get really excited to like try new flavors. And I feel like sometimes I have trouble like even sleeping because I'll be like reeling like, oh, we could do that, or you know, I could do this in the morning. And I feel like I'm just like really excited about food, or like the aesthetic of treats I'm really excited about. So I like putting stuff together. Like since I was 17, I've been vegan, so the only baking experience I have is in vegan baking. So definitely would be vegan. And then I used to do gluten-free baking at like the shop I used to work at, so I was also trained in that. So we always have gluten-free options, and then everything we do is fully vegan. I feel like that's always the style of baking I would do. When we first opened 3 years ago, it'd be more of a problem if someone was like vegan, but now everyone knows about veganism. We don't really advertise as being vegan a ton, and I feel like by doing that, it brings like more people in. And then generally if they try the product or they like the space or it's like good service, I feel like they're more inclined to stay, where sometimes like veganism can almost like be a deterrent for some people. I think people like that we try to like make ourselves an inclusive space. I think people like that we try to be like a safe, positive, comfortable space. We have like strict rules about like not body shaming, no food shaming, be inclusive, or like queer friendly. So I think there's a lot of folks who are looking for a space that they can kind of like feel like they're at home. And I think here we've done that, so people are excited about it. They're excited when we do events because they want to see what it's about. We have a really great staff here. I think we're like pretty like-minded. I feel like everyone who works here is like definitely on the same page. We're just looking for like a comfortable, safe space to work in and to like take care of each other. Like most of the staff who works here is like queer in the community somehow, and it's like important for us to like have a good relationship with that community and have ties in that community because it like affects so many of us who work here. So that's definitely like 100% part of our foundation. I think people just feel included and they want to come back. So at first when I was opening, I thought we would need other things to get people in. So I tried to pair up with some companies that I thought was like a good fit with, or like women in the community I knew that like owned businesses, and I had known a lot of people through working in kitchens already. It's like such a neat way of working because you're building a community around your business together, you know, like it's someone you can grow with and have experiences with, as well as support them by giving them money, and they're giving you like customers coming in for their products. So it's like definitely a neat way to do business. Like just over Christmas we did like a big vegan night market, and we did that like outside the shop. We rented a Bronson Center, and it was like a huge event. We do a lot of work with the community for sure, like any like queer organizations or companies, if they ever need donations, we're there. Like anyone who needs support. Like right now we're doing a big fundraiser for like Interval House. So it's like a queer shelter, queer friendly shelter for like women.
I would say it's not just it's like a social statement.
Yeah, like anything we can do to like help prop up the community, we do, and in turn I feel like everyone like really supports us and goes out for us. So yeah, this March we're gonna turn 3 years old.
Really?
Yeah, it's so quick. Work with women. Work with as few men as you can. That's my only advice.